Good morning, students. In the previous period, we started a lesson number 9 of history, the Maratha War of Independence. In this lesson, we took some information about the Sambhaji Maharaj. After the death of Shivaji Maharaj, Sambhaji Maharaj became the Chhatrapati or King of Swaraj. The condition was very critical and Aurangzeb attacked on the Swaraj that time. How Sambhaji Maharaj fought bravely with Aurangzeb and the battles against Siddhi and Portuguese we learned in a last lesson. At last, how Sambhaji Maharaj sacrificed his life for the Swaraj, their information we took in a last period. After the death of Sambhaji Maharaj, Rajaram Maharaj became the king. Their information we started yesterday. It was decided that Maharani Yesubai and the Shahu will stay on the Raigad fort and Chhatrapati Rajaram Maharaj will take a shelter to the Zinji fort which was long away from the Mughals reach. Till that we come in a last period. Okay, the next information we will take today. The Zulfikar Khan reached to the Raigad fort. Aurangzeb sent to the Zulfikar Khan to lead a siege to the Raigad fort. As Zulfikar Khan reached to the Raigad, he led a siege to the Raigad fort. Maratha Sardars fought very bravely, but they could not defend the Raigad fort. Zulfikar Khan won the Raigad fort, and as soon as he won the Raigad fort, in November 1689, he arrested Maharani Yesubai and Shahu. Maharani Yesubai was the wife of Sambhaji Maharaj and Shahu was the son. To the both arrested by the Zulfikar Khan. Understood this? When the Rajaram Maharaj left for a Zinji, he gave some responsibility to continue the war against the Mughal, to whom he said to the Ramchandra Pant Amatya, Shankarji Sachiv, Santaji Ghorpade and Dhanaji Jadhav. All these Sardars fought very bravely to save the Raigad or to save the Yesubai, but they could not succeed. Here Zulfikar Khan won the Raigad fort and he arrested the both. Okay. From the Maratha point of view, it was very critical situation. Yes, Aurangzeb arrested these two important royal family members and now Aurangzeb started a new policy. He assured to his Sardars that if they will own some area, some place of Maratha kingdom or territory, that place will be given to that Sardar as a inam or watan or jahagir. So many Mughal Sardars started attack on the Maratha Empire. Some Maratha Sardars also joined hands with Aurangzeb. Day by day, the condition became very critical. But the Rajaram Maharaj was very clever. What he did? He used a same trick against the Mughal. He said to the Maratha Sardars that own the Mughal territories, whatever place you own, you keep with you as a Watan or Jahagir. Yes, in the Maratha Empire, Shivaji Maharaj stopped that Watan and the Jahagir system, but Rajaram Maharaj again started it. So the Maratha Sardars started the attack on the Mughal territories, and everywhere the battle started. Mughal have a strong army and the artillery, but it was not useful because Maratha used the guerrilla tactics and the surprise attack techniques against the Mughal Empire. There was a interesting story of Santaji and the Dhanaji. Yes, Santaji Ghorpade and Dhanaji Jadhav was very excellent in a surprise attack. Once they cut and carried a golden pinnacle of empire's tent in a surprise attack. So everyone was shocked due to this. Here Now the Maratha Sardars started to conquer the different area of the Mughals, and it was a too trouble to them to conquer the Maratha Empire. Now, as the Zulfikar Khan won the Raigad fort, he turned towards Zinzi. Now, how he gave the siege to the Zinzi, their information we will learn. As the Zulfikar Khan won the Raigad fort, he turned towards the Zinzi fort. He led a siege to the Zinzi fort. Maratha fought very bravely from the fort, and Santaji and the Dhanaji attacked from the outside. This siege was continued near about 8 years. How many years? 8 years continuously the Zulfikar Khan gave a siege or led a siege. Okay. Taking the advantages from the outside attack, the Rajaram Maharaj escaped from that siege and reached to the Maharashtra. At last, Zulfikar Khan won the Zinzi fort. As the Rajaram Maharaj reached to the Maharashtra, Maratha Sardars got a boost to their activities. They inspired, and the Rajaram Maharaj inspired the 100 of Maratha Sardars. He motivated him to continue a struggle against the Mughal Empire. Rajaram Maharaj was a thoughtful and the kind-hearted. He brought together all Maratha Sardars. After the Sambhaji Maharaj, Rajaram Maharaj continued a struggle near about 11 years when the condition was very critical. A famous historian, Riyasatkar Sardesai, described the Rajaram Maharaj as a Sthir Buddhi. Do you know what is meant by Sthir Buddhi? Sthir Buddhi means calm minded. Never become the angry, whatever decisions are there, he took with the calm mind. Is known as the Sthir Buddhi. Rajaram Maharaj confirmed a valuable task of protecting the Swaraj, but on a 2nd March 17 CE, he was died on a Sinhgarh fort after a short period of illness. Due to the illness, Rajaram Maharaj died on the Sinhgarh fort. Underline these lines. Sometimes question will be asked for that match the pairs. Okay, where the Rajaram Maharaj died, that place and the date is very important. Date 2nd March 17 CE and the place Sinhgarh fort. Okay, underline it fastly. Okay, come to the next point. Maharani Tarabai. Who was Maharani Tarabai? Maharani Tarabai was the wife of Rajaram Maharaj. Okay, don't confuse in two, Maharani Esubai and Maharani Tarabai. Maharani Esubai was the wife of Sambhaji Maharaj and Maharani Tarabai was the wife of Rajaram Maharaj. Okay, cleared it? Now come here. As the Rajaram Maharaj died, Aurangzeb thought that he won the war against the Maratha, but it was not so. What the Aurangzeb think? Now over, Shivaji Maharaj died, Sambhaji Maharaj died, now Rajaram Maharaj died. There was no leader for the Marathas, and the dream of the Aurangzeb was near to be complete, that to won the Swaraj. So the Aurangzeb was very happy, but it was not too so. Whatever they think, it was not correct. After that, the Maharani Tarabai started the struggle against the Aurangzeb. A Mughal historian, Khafi Khan, described the Maharani Tarabai in the following way: an intelligent and a knowledgeable woman. Yes, Maharani Tarabai was an intelligent and a knowledgeable woman. Her management of army and the administration has won the renown even during the rule of her husband. Means Maharani Tarabai not only clever or intelligent, he have that skill to manage the army, and these qualities are able to see when her husband was ruling the Maratha Empire. Okay, means inbuilt some qualities that Maharani Tarabai have. She was a good administrator, she was a intelligent, and she have a quality to manage the army properly. Okay, now how she continued the struggle against the Mughal Empire, their information we will talk now. After the death of Raja Ram Maharaj, Maharani Tarabai continued the struggle against the Mughal Empire with the help of Maratha Sardars. Mughal captured Satara and the Panhala from the Maratha territory. Maharani Tarabai made a bold plan against the Mughals. Maharani Tarabai expanded the war area of the Mughal territories. What happened? Before that, whatever the battles were did, that battles were occurred on a Maratha empire or in a Maratha's territory. But here, the Maharani Tarabai made a different plan to attack on the Mughals. She expanded the area. Instead of doing the battle in a Maratha areas, the Maratha Sardars like Khanderao Dabade, Dhanaji Jadhav, Namoji Shinde started attack on the Mughal territories outside of the Maharashtra. Yes, what they did, they started to attack on the other areas which are situated outside of Maharashtra. They won some places in Madhya Pradesh, Gujarat, and Malwa region. And this was a sign of change in the outcome of that war. They started the new plan to give the trouble or to disturb the attack of Mughals. Instead of doing the battle in Maratha, they started to attack outside of Maratha and they won some region. That result comes now, that they won some Malwa region, Gujarat part, some part of Madhya Pradesh. Means not only they won this, the expansion of Maratha Empire started that time. Okay. Maharani Tarabai fought 70 years. She took the administration of Maratha Empire and the Sardar started the battles. Maharani Tarabai used a guerrilla tactics and against the Mughal Empire. Maratha power was weak with compared to the Aurangzeb. Aurangzeb have a large army as well as a strong artillery, but that things are not too useful to attack with the Marathas, because Marathas situated or they started a battle with the forts. That forts are situated on the top of the hill and it was very hard to carry out that artilleries towards that fort. One. Second one, the Maratha Sardar started the guerrilla tactics or used the surprise attack. Means they used the geographical area very properly. When the condition was good to attack on them, they surprisingly attack on the Aurangzeb, and due to that Aurangzeb was not able to use his strong artillery. Now what the Aurangzeb did, there was a plan to Aurangzeb to attack on the Maratha Empire. What was the plan of Aurangzeb? Aurangzeb used his army to put a siege. What the Aurangzeb did? He put a siege to the particular area or particular fort. As the Aurangzeb put the siege to the Maratha fort, Maratha empires or the Maratha Sardars fought that fort for a long time. Okay, as soon as the Aurangzeb come to win, that Maratha Sardar surrender in front of the Aurangzeb, and they said to the Aurangzeb that we joined hands with you. Now make a killedar or shiledar of this fort to us, we will with you. Now Aurangzeb was happy that the Maratha Sardars come on his side. He given the responsibility to keep the fort in their hand to that Maratha Sardars. As soon as Aurangzeb turned towards the another fort, that Maratha Sardar joined hand with the Maharani Tarabai. Okay, means what happened? The fort is there in the hand of Maratha only. Here the vestige of Aurangzeb's army and the time, and this system is known as the safe deposit locker system. Yes, who started this system? Maharani Tarabai started this system. Due to this, Aurangzeb was very frustrated. Now he could not give a responsibility to a particular Sardar to defeat them. So he started the battles everywhere. He was going from the one place to the another place. He think he will defeat this Maharani Tarabai and easily he will conquer the Swaraj and the dream will come complete that to won the Deccan. So he started the battles against it. But that time some important poets are there. In that the Devdatta was once. Yes, Devdatta was one of the important poet and he described the Maharani Tarabai in a following way. ताराबाई रामराणी भद्रकाली कोपली दिल्ली झाली दीनवाणी दिल्ली शाचे गेले पाणी रामराणी भद्रकाली रणरंगी क्रुद्ध झाली प्रयत्नांची वेळ आली मुघल हो सांभाळा. What is mean by this? This poem is given into the Prakrit Marathi language. Maharani Tarabai fought like a goddess Bhadrakali. Do you know Bhadrakali? Many times in the movies, a statue of Bhadrakali shown to you. Yes, her tongue is outside of her mouth and have the different weapons in her hand. With the Hindu rituals, he fought very bravely. Yes, do you see this? Like this goddess Bhadrakali, Maharani Tarabai fought against the Mughal, and due to her bravery, the Mughal Sardars or the Mughal Empire, it is known as Dilli Shahi or the King of Delhi, become the helpless or humble. Now it is time to Mughals to take care because of a woman. That information is given in this Marathi poem. Understood this? Now how the Devdatta described this? The Maharani Tarabai fought very bravely and Delhi became the humble or helplessness. Okay. Now how the Aurangzeb now with the dream of conquer the Swaraj, Aurangzeb come into the Deccan. He fought bravely near about 25 years. Not a small time of period. It is a long time of period. Near about 25 years he was away from his home and he continuously fought to win the Swaraj or to win the Deccan side of India. Who? The Aurangzeb. How many years? 25 years. His soldiers were tired. Now continuously they are doing fight with the Maratha Empire. Sometimes some forts was won by the Marathas. Sometimes there was a lead of Mughals and that battle was going on since 25 years. So the soldiers were very tired and the Aurangzeb lost a lot of money and the soldiers in this battle. It was not easy to take continued a battle of 25 years, food items necessary, some war materials necessary, and he lost that lot of things in this battle. But he could not succeed in his dream. Aurangzeb was very frustrated. He was very worried about that. Now his money lost, soldiers lost, and the year also, and his dream he was not able to complete. In these circumstances, the king Aurangzeb died in 1707 CE at the Ahmednagar. With the death of Aurangzeb, Maratha Mughal war come to an end. Here, when the Aurangzeb died, 1709 CE, first one, and the second one, the place is important. Aurangzeb died near about the Ahmednagar. Okay. Now, the battle started by the Aurangzeb. Now, the Aurangzeb died. So, this Maratha and the Mughal battle come to an end. This Maratha war for the independence was the fight between Mughal Empire's greed to expand the empire and the spirit of the independence of Marathas. The Marathas got victory in this because Aurangzeb could not succeed to conquer the empire. Understood this lesson? Okay. Now write down question and answers in notebook properly, whatever given to you downside of this video, and read this lesson properly. Okay. Thank you.